Hey everyone, it's Jen, and I'm back with another video after a very long break. I hope everybody's doing well. I bought a condo last year, and I've been very busy with work and the pandemic and my new place and everything else, but I recently bought a new display case, cabinet / bookcase, because my new cats, or kittens, were kind of knocking things over. I had them all laid out on these little shelves. So I'm still keeping some of the stuff, the items on shelves. But I thought that it would be fun to kind of show you some of my little knickknacks and collectibles and toys, etc. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you've seen some of these teddy bears before. I'll link to that video down below, but you see up here, these are kind of all my more expensive bears. These are two Steiff bears, this guy there. Actually, no, I'm sorry. The one in the blue cape is a Herman bear. That's a Steiff. This one's a Gund. I'm not sure what this guy is. I bought him in Ireland. Down here, we have another Steiff bear in the back. Okay. And then let's see, up here I have a bison. He's one of my favorites. He's not really worth anything special. He's just really cute. And I wanted to protect him. So, as you can see, I've got a mishmash of like Disney items and Star Wars, which I guess are Disney now as well. And then I have this little police box from Doctor Who. I actually got this at a thrift store called Savers. I think I got it at Savers. So it's really cute. I didn't pay much for it. I wouldn't be surprised if the price is still on the bottom, but no, I guess not. And it is, okay, that's interesting. I never noticed that it was battery operated before. So I'll have to get some batteries later and figure out what it actually does. I've never noticed that before. I bought it just for, because I thought it was cute. So, I think a couple years ago, I was a member of I subscribed to I think it was, what was it called? Smuggler's Box or something. Smuggler's Bounty, I think it was called. Where they released the different Star Wars Pops. And so over here, this little C-3PO mug came from one of those boxes from Funko. What does it say on here? It doesn't say what year or anything, so it's cute. I just keep it in here on display. I don't use it. If I used it, I would end up breaking it or chipping it, because that's what I do. So down here we just have a little... So I live off a very busy street, and that's what you're hearing behind me right now. Fire truck going by. So I have a lot of Stitch items. He's my favorite Disney character. Let's stay in focus, Stitch. There we go. These ones are just very inexpensive, like bobblehead type toys. Get this guy. He's cute. And then I have some Disney themed, some Star Wars themed Stitches. Here he's, I was going to say Darth Vader for a second, but no, he's Emperor. He's Emperor Palpatine, so he's cute. And then this guy, Yoda Stitch. And then we have over here, we have, this is based on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at the park, but I don't know that that's supposed to be related to the movie at all. Let me see, he's got like a little stand here. I like the skull. Doesn't say anything on it. I probably bought that at Disney World. And then this little guy here. His is from a game. What does it say? I can't read it without my glasses. So this is like, I don't know, this is some kind of game, and you put these on a board, and I think they light up or something. I just thought he was cute, so I picked him up at some shop somewhere. Probably GameStop. Scary Stitch. Let's see, what does it say about him? Anything? Vinyl. He's a Vinylmation figure. So these are sold in the park, Disney World. Also, Vinylmation is all these little vinyl figures. This is actually from the, I believe this is from the very first Vinylmation series. See if I can kind of keep this stuff in focus. And then each one is designed by a different designer, artist. This is a Haunted Mansion one. These are all based on rides. So this one is Haunted Mansion. This one, I think it's Snow White ride. The poison apple that the witch makes. But some of these I can't remember what they would have been, but it says who the artist is. You'd be able to look them up online to see what's what. This guy over here. He's cute. It says who the artist is. Holding it the wrong way. I have more up here. I believe this is for the soaring ride over in Epcot. It's really hard to keep everything in focus. It's really cute. I have a couple of repeats. This is for Space Mountain. No, this is for the monorail. This is for the monorail. I don't know. They might not all be from the same set. Because I think I had bought some individually. And then, oh, this is for the Figment ride in Epcot. And then I just decided to buy a box. I bought a full box. Kermit the Frog. So that is from the Muppet ride. And then this is a pop. Cookie Monster. He's really cute. And then this is just some blind box toy I bought at Newbury Comics. And then these are other Stitch Pops. This is a Stitch Pop, but it doesn't, its head doesn't move, but they're made by Funko, so I guess you don't call them Pops, but They are made by Funko. And then I have two of the same one because I accidentally ordered two. Let's see, we've got, what else we got? Oh, so we have more Stitches here. These I bought, I think probably bought these at Disney World. And they're done by different artists. They're cool. They're all Stitch. So there's that one. This one here. And then this guy. They're cute. There were a whole bunch of these, but they were kind of expensive, I think. So I didn't buy that many. Here's a Stitch plush. I have a few different Stitch plushes. That's a photo holder from Disney Cruise Line. I went to Alaska cruise, and that holds some of my photos, but I thought it was cute to have all the characters on the boat, so I put it in here with everybody. And then these are my different Star Wars Pops. Not all of these are from the Smuggler's Bounty boxes. So, you know, some of them are, some of them aren't. I wasn't a member that long because I quickly realized I was just going to become overwhelmed by Pops. This is one of my favorites. This little Chewbacca, he's really cute. He's got that flocked fabric head, just like our little Cookie Monster. It's really cute. So, I like him a lot. And then this is just, I lost Luke's lightsaber because of the cats, which is one of the reasons why I got this display case in the first place. So, I'm sure it's on the floor somewhere. I'll have to look for him. And these are all kind of different ones so you can see. I'm missing a Princess Leia. I'm going to have to get a Princess Leia one. So I basically stopped buying Pops altogether. I mean, if I saw one that was super cute, I might get it. But I just don't want to get crazy about one collectible. I bought this online on their website. It was from one of their Fallout boxes, the Vault Boy. Behind him is, what the hell's the name of the raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy? Is it Rocket? He's a Funko plushie. And then we get all these ones. And then up front I have the original Starbuck and Apollo from Battlestar Galactica. I always loved the original show. Matt Murdock. And then Daredevil. Let's see. So, for more stuffed animals, this is a wolf. This is, I think it's a lynx. It's a gift from somebody. And then I have some books here. Mostly just paperbacks. I've had most of these paperbacks for, well, like 30-something years. And I kind of need to go through and figure out what I'm doing with them, if I'm keeping them all. I don't really collect books as much. Honestly, there were years when I was traveling a lot where I'd read a paperback and, you know, on a plane or a train or a bus or wherever, and I would just leave whatever book I finished, I would just leave it where I was sitting so someone else could pick it up. But some of these books in here are my favorite books in the world. So let me just grab a seat. Hold on. Okay, so I won't go over everything, but I'll look at a few of my favorites. This is a Mickey Mouse. This is actually from a Wii game. God, it was some Mickey game. And he has a paintbrush as well, which is lost at the moment. But hopefully I will find it somewhere where one of the cats has taken it. Whoops, sorry about that. Alright, so number 1, favorite book. Pretty much, I don't know if I would say all time, but probably pretty close to it. Memories by Mike McQuay. This is a Spectra Special Editions. This is the one thing I do collect. A lot of the books that I have in here that I saved over all these years. And these books have literally been in my parents' attic for 30, got to be at least 30 years. So this one here is another Spectra. I think it's a Spectra. No. Yep, Spectra Special Edition. Oh, sorry. I don't know why it doesn't focus. There we go. So, alright, so this book here, Memories by Mike McQuay, winner of the Philip K. Dick Special Award. Let's see, when was it published? This is probably first. Alright, so June 1987 is when it was published. Bantram Spectra book. 3 printings through August 89. Okay. So, David Wolfe is an embittered psychiatrist on the verge of an unimaginable journey. From 100 decades in the future, a woman named Sylve arrives to seek David's help. One of Sylve's murderous soldiers has traveled to the distant past of Napoleon's era and now has the power to manipulate the future. David and Sylve must embark on an awesome quest to bring this man under control before the very fabric of reality is torn to shreds. Memories is a sweeping, multi-layered odyssey filled with stunning imagery, breathtaking intensity, and high drama. It is Mike McQuay at his best. So, this book, time travel, and it's basically these 3 characters jumping through time. One of them basically trying to escape from the other 2. But the way it handles time travel is pretty different from the way it's normally handled in science fiction. The characters injected themselves with this drug that basically allows them to time travel back through their own ancestors only. So, and it's been a year since I read it, so I can't remember now if they completely displace the original. No, they definitely don't, because now that I'm thinking about it. So, one of the main characters, the one that is being chased, Hirsch, one of his ancestors is Napoleon. So he goes and his mind takes over the mind of, like, Napoleon. Like, he jumps into the mind of Napoleon. And then actually he starts communicating with Napoleon. They both kind of strategize, etc. So I don't know. It's going to sound very convoluted if I try and explain the book. But what I really love about the book is the characters really, like, kind of grow on you. Like, when I first started reading this book, I couldn't stand any of them. And by the time I finished the book, it's just, honestly, it's just such a great kind of story, and like character development and everything else is probably one of the most memorable books I've ever read. And I'm not normally a rereader, but I've read this book at least twice, and honestly I should probably read it again soon. Let's see, so another favorite book, hold on. Okay, so all of my books here are out of order. I just shoved them in here. So this book here, back here, is the 4th book in a series of books that I absolutely adore. And I actually just reread this for the first time. And I'm trying to remember if I've actually mentioned these books before in a video. This is by author Julian May, and it's the 4th book in the saga of, I'm probably going to not say this correctly, Pleusine Exile. So back pre-dinosaur or post-dinosaur age, I don't know. Ancient history, essentially. Pre-written history. So, at the beginning of the series, the very first book, and I did think, I thought I had the paperback, but I don't know where it is. But the very first book in the Many-Colored Land, and these are the first 3 books in the series, The Many-Colored Land, The Golden Torque, and The Non-Born King. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure. I've reread the first 3 books, but now that I think about it, I don't think I've reread The Adversary, so I might have to go, I don't know. I'll have to double check and see if I read it. Again, because I read them on Kindle. I hardly read paper books anymore just because the print is so small, and it's just easier for me to read on Kindle. But in the very first book, future humans, like, I don't know, probably the setting is like maybe 100 or so years from now, find I guess it's almost like a Stargate. It's like a wormhole that takes them back to this location in Europe during the Pleistocene age. And so all these people who are basically don't fit in the culture of the future, they are able to go back to this time period, but they can never come back to their future, their present. They can never come back to that time again. So they are sent back into the past, and with the idea that they won't really have an impact on history because they've all been sterilized and there's not any other humans there. They won't be able to breed, and so therefore people go back and just live their lives and die, and that's the end of that. However, they discover that when they go back in time, there's already a alien species that has landed and sort of colonized that part of the world, and they're intelligent, and so they reverse the sterilization on the women so they can breed their own children on the women. And the original, we start with one group of people that goes back, and then basically as soon as they get to the Pleistocene, they all get separated. And so the 3 books follow their stories. Like, each of them, one chapter will be spent on one group, and then etc. for like next chapter, etc. It's really great, like really great characters. Just some really interesting ideas in it. She went on to write a future series based in the future, that I think, what was it called? I think it was something like the Saga of Jack the Bodiless or something like that. I did not enjoy those books as much, but these ones are really great, especially the first 3 of the series. So that's those. Other favorite books of mine. Clive Barker, Books of Blood. I have all... Do I have all 6 here? 3, 4, 5... There's 6 of them. I definitely do have all 6 of them because I bought them all at the same time, but I just don't have them in order right now. I believe these are all signed. Yep, these are all signed by Clive Barker. I met him for the first time. Let's see if he's put a date on any of these. I want to say I met him in 1988. So I love these. I just love these covers. This is him right there. That's a picture of Clive Barker. Back in the day, I swear he looked just like Paul McCartney. So this is volume 3, Marilyn Monroe. Volume 4. Sort of some of his most famous stories are in these that have been turned into movies. So let's see. Midnight Meat Train is a movie. I guess just that one. I'm pretty sure Rawhead Rex is a movie. I haven't seen it, but pretty sure. What is this? Human Remains. Gavin was a whore, happy to sell his body for hard cash, until he met the creature that wanted to own his flesh forever. The short stories are so good. The Body Politic, The Inhuman Condition, Revelations, Down Satan, The Age of Desire. The Forbidden. There are some taboos too terrible to be broken, some stories too terrible to be true, until you begin to believe them. I haven't read these in years. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. These cover illustrations are actually done by Clive Barker. He is an artist as well as a writer. Volume. I thought, So, The Life of Death, How Spoilers Bleed, Twilight at the Towers, The Last Illusion, a Harry D'Amour novella. So the one, I love Clive Barker. He's one of my favorite writers, and he's a wonderful person. I've met him many times, and he's just a very, very nice man, and very great to his fans. But the guy has serious issues with, like, planning and execution, because he would often, like, plan out, like, huge book series, and then it would just never follow through completely, or I don't know. I just think some of his later work is pretty bloated. But so a Harry D'Amour novella. He's supposed to be like a detective who investigates paranormal type stuff. New York had shown Harry horrors enough for a dozen lifetimes. He thought he'd seen the worst that flesh could suffer. Then the beautiful widow walked into his life with a husband who wouldn't lie down dead, and all hell on her heels, and suddenly Harry was face to face with forces that could teach Manhattan a lesson in depravity. So the movie Clive Barker's Lord of Illusions is a Harry D'Amour story, and it stars Scott Bakula. Alright, so there's those. There's also this, The Hellbound Heart. This is actually an anthology with different writers in it. The Hellbound Heart, I also have, that's like Pinhead is in Hellbound Heart. And this is, I feel like, yeah, that's right. Hellbound Heart is basically the basis of Hellraiser. I also have, the Hellbound Heart on cassette with Clive Barker reading it himself. It's so wonderful. Of course, it's on cassette, so I haven't listened to it in years. So I don't have a cassette player anymore, but this is I don't even remember. I bought this kind of recently, I think, because I was looking for the Spectra books. So I don't even know if I've read this, but I've read other Pat Cadigan books. Well, there's 2 books here, so that makes me think, well, I probably did read it. It's like a cyberpunk type book, I think. It is an era of mind wipe and franchise personalities, a bad time to be caught fooling around with technologically induced psychosis. For Alexandra Victoria Haas, the choice between prison or psychological service is no choice at all. She opts for the grueling months of Pathos Finder training. Plugging into so many disturbed psyches could have powerful and dangerous after effects for Allie. For in the volatile world of mind play, the rules change when they change, and everything is true unless it isn't. I don't remember it at all. Let's see. Alright, here's some other favorites. Han Solo and the Lost Legacy. There's a trilogy of books by Brian Daley about Han Solo, and they're so good. I can't remember which is the first one. But there's 3 of them. I mean, he's done more. He's done other Star Wars books as well, but I guess Han Solo at Star's End. I'm not sure which is the first in the series. These are pretty old. I've had them forever. And I probably bought them used at the time. Let's see. Roger Zelazny's. I have all of the Amber series. That's right, Amber. About Corwin. What's his name? I don't know. So I have all of these. Nine Princes in Amber, The Guns of Avalon, Signs of the Unicorn, Hand of Oberon, Courts of Chaos, Trumps of Doom. I don't know. I have them all. Here's another one. Hand of Oberon, Chronicles of Amber. I actually paid more than the cover price for these because I bought them. I think I bought them online. And I think these editions are out of print. I probably only read these. Okay, so my phone only does like a little over 30 minutes on a video, and I'm trying to minimize how much editing I have to do on videos because it always means there's even more time between them than there already is. So I'm going to stop here because the longer the videos are for me to kind of stitch them together, the just more time it takes on the phone and everything else. What I will do in my next video, I will go over some of the other books in here, and just some other things I'd like to show you as well. And then we'll just see how things go. So have a great evening. Assuming most people watch these in the evening. I don't know, maybe it's during the day for you or your lunch break or something, but whatever it is, whatever time of day it is, please enjoy what's left of it. Take care.